Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the post-game thoughts here. Barcelona versus Dortmund. What do I think about what had just happened? 0-0. The game was just terrible. I mean, just terrible. Look, I'm not going to talk about Dortmund. I'm going to talk about us. Okay? We had no creativity. We had no communication between the midfielders and our forwards. Messi coming in late, Valverde not coming up with a better scheme, Samero not his natural position on the left back because Jordi Alba is now hurt. Who knows how long he's going to be out. It was just not something that we could have done better. I think if I had to put the blame on somebody right here, it would be Valverde. Why? Because Valverde once again does not bring us the best scheme to the game. Throughout the whole game, there was no creativity. Throughout the whole game, we had chances, we didn't take them. Suarez was poor in his form today. He didn't take a chance where he was just, at the moment he had the ball, I can remember before the half, he had a chance to score. I believe it was before the half. Didn't get there. Griezmann, once again, showing signs of not maturing, or not maturing, but growing within the system. His first year with Barcelona, you would think we paid a lot of money for him, and he needs to do better. It's that simple. He has the experience. As a forward, as a winger, he has the experience to come and convert this. Ansu Fati had a good half, almost. I can't say much about him. I mean, other than he's growing. I can't really blame him for everything. And would have been better if Messi was with him. Perhaps if maybe Griezmann would have gone out, Messi would have gone in. But the initial reaction of Valverde was to put Griezmann, Suarez, and of course, Messi as your front three. And that was it. And that was the initial reaction. You're going to have something great happening with these three powerful forwards. And you're going to be able to get through the game and get the scores that we need. And Suarez did well. And with Messi, in combination with Griezmann is going to be a great combination. We're going to have an attacking midfield, an attacking forward, attacking a game that's going to give us goals. It didn't happen. And that's why I think that in this game, we lacked creativity behind these three men. And not only that, but I think that Griezmann and Suarez didn't have a good game. Messi coming back through injury. I'm not going to blame him very much about what happened here because he's coming off of injury. Who knows how good he is playing, how much he's able to play, because coming off of injury is it's not as easy, especially if you're still going through the process of getting better. Right now, we don't know how Messi feels at the moment. Maybe he's just trying to observe and trying to study, trying to get things back to normal again with his body. We don't know yet. But the fact is that really what happened here in this game is no creativity, no goals, and of course if I had to pick somebody who was real good here, I'd say Ter Stegen. Ter Stegen just saved our butts with that penalty shot Roos was about to go for. German versus German. This was the most dramatic point of the game by any means, because this was the point where I thought this is it. Dortmund's got us. Samero not playing in his actual position. This is not really his natural position as a left back, and it's going to hurt us. Jordi Alba coming out was a big hit for us. Samero going into that position was a big risk. Before I go on with that penalty, with Samero, this is why we needed to have a left back, ladies and gentlemen. A left back that can play solid behind Jordi Alba. When Jordi Alba would be missing, we would have a solid left back. Do we have that? It's not for sure. And that is why I believe Valverde did switch Samero, brought Sergio Roberto onto that right position, right back, and it wasn't the same as much. They attacked Nelson Samero a lot more than they did on the right side with Sergio Roberto, and you can tell Dortmund had Samero's number. They were attacking more on that left back side of the position, that left side of the field, and Samero, you know what, I think Samero did the best he could. Now on to the penalty. This penalty, like I said, was the most dramatic point of the game. Ter Stegen, once again, is why he is better than Neuer. Okay? Period. Neuer, when he goes back to Germany and plays for the national team, he needs to be the goalkeeper. Why is Neuer still being the goalkeeper here? Germany needs Ter Stegen. Enough with that. This penalty is why we need Ter Stegen. This is why we still need Ter Stegen at the top. Ter Stegen has saved our butts here, and he didn't. He knew Roos. He probably already knew what he was going to do, because if you look at that replay, you can tell that Ter Stegen was watching the ball all the way. He was watching Roos where he was going to kick. He was going to his left side, and he tilted left, and he stopped the ball from going in. He didn't go right. He went left. Immediately, I thought he knew what Roos was going to do. Was it because maybe he was his German compadre back in the German national team? Maybe. But the fact is that these two Germans, they know each other very well. So I'm not surprised. I am going to have to say that game ball goes to Ter Stegen. He is the man of the match to me. He saved a very crucial penalty. Saved their butts, and once again we're 0-0. I think the other one is 0-0 again. The other game that happened with Inter. Oh my gosh, it's just crazy right now. This group is just not going anywhere in this first round. Now on to the next round against Inter. We'll see what happens. Okay, when we match up against Inter, things happen they're not supposed to happen. We just lay back and just think we got this. We cannot lay low with anybody. Nobody in this group is safe. And nobody in this group should be taken very lightly, because everybody's playing for everything right now. Paco Alcacer did miss some opportunities. Again, I'm going to have to go with Dortmund, what they did. Sancho was like burned. I mean, towards the end of the game, he really just kind of didn't get things going again. Witsel did better than Sancho, I believe, but you know what? At the end of the day, 0-0. Nobody wins. It's a tie game. A very disappointing game for Barcelona, if I had to say anything. Not only because I'm a Barcelona fan, not only because of that, but because there was no creativity for both teams. Both teams, I mean, yes, Barcelona had most possession, maybe about 70-80% of the ball was Barcelona all the way, but no creativity whatsoever. Very disappointing game. This was a learning lesson they need to learn. They need to get better at this. It's just everybody around. Messi can't do this all the time. He's coming back from injury. Now let's see what happens when we face it's the team that I can't remember who we're facing against in La Liga, but when we go back, we got to play better. We got to get back into our feet. We got to start getting back into the table. We're 5th in the league, and we're just barely starting right here with what we got. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for you today. Let me know in the comments what you think. Barcelona played good? Tell me, let me know. Did Barcelona play really, really bad? Could they? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think. What happened today's game in Champions League. I will catch you guys later, and I'll make a video hopefully before or after the next game. Visca Barça, Visca Catalunya. Peace.